EFF, DA, all small political parties combined did not defeat the ANC. Jacob Zuma did. We saw Zuma as a danger, but we didn't think that it will be as big as it is, which is what has basically happened. We thought of dropping from 3 to 5%. At best we'll get to between 52, 53. We'll still form government. Not 17%, all gone. And so the Zuma factor became a biggest issue. And a lot of political parties were formed to get us below 50%. And also Zuma came with MK party, which then became a factor, but also the strategy he played and the tactic, I think that I'm still a member. It counted in his favor. He left with a lot of ANC people and ANC support, in particular in KwaZulu-Natal. You must remember that in 2009, when the ANC was dropping from 2/3 majority in 2004 from Thabo Mbeki, 2009 Zuma became a president, and we had lost KZN in the elections, and then we had increased slightly to about 47% in 2004, 1 million vote from Natal we got. In 2009, the NFP was formed, and Jacob Zuma became the president of the ANC. KZN cushioned us with 2 million votes in our favor, and we got 65%. And Jacob Zuma became the president. So we then took KZN totally out of the hands of the IFP. And that factor played itself out in this election. With the departure of Isilo Samabandla, may his soul rest in peace, and Umntwana Ubuthelezi, Zuma became a factor in KZN. IFP was not really a big challenge for us. The big challenge was Jacob Zuma as a factor that we have had to contend with. So nothing was there to cushion us, and that vote, 2.3 million, that 2 million left us and then went into the hands of Jacob Zuma, nowhere else. And then largely from pockets of Gauteng in the hostels, the IFP lost, and its numbers were reduced to 1 seat. And all those numbers went to Jacob Zuma party. And a part of Mpumalanga, Mkhonto, went to Jacob Zuma party. So the Zuma factor in this election account for a splinter group in the ANC born out of inherent weaknesses, subjective of factionalism in the party. So it worked against us in this election.
You've steered me towards former President Jacob Zuma, and I was going to go there later on, but since we are there now, one then wonders, Nobala, did you underestimate his influence?
No, we knew that Zuma is a factor all time. I mean, that's why at the platform of the national conference, I did speak to him directly and said it's about time that we talk. I followed up with him, both in terms of asking to see him, sending emissaries, and also writing a letter to him, and he avoided me. And then I sent Mdu to go to KZN. I was going out of the country. Quite clearly, we gathered intelligence that this MK party belongs to Zuma. We worked very hard to undermine its existence because it was going to confuse the voters. It comes directly from us. in terms of our history and our heritage, and something that was still challenging even now. But it was too close to the election, and it simply pepped Zuma up. Quite a risky factor. But it's quite clear that Jacob Zuma tended to become another animal, and he knew that him coming in as a leader, he was closing a void, in particular in KwaZulu-Natal. And he used that against us in the name of fighting the Ramaphosa NEC. So we have always known, even in the last election, when we analyze in local government the 46%, there was Shembe Church there. There was royalty in that analysis. There was as well Jacob Zuma factor. So Jacob Zuma factor in relation to the riots, Jacob Zuma in terms of him being arrested and a victim in a way. So that undermined the hegemony of the ANC. Jacob Zuma himself participated in the campaign and said that people must not hate the ANC. If isilima sakwaZuma, I quote him, sezenzela izinto zazo, why uzawuyeka i-ANC because of isilima sakwaZuma? Vote for the ANC. So he changed now, and it's only him and him only who knows what is his gripe, which he has explained against the president and all sorts of things that he basically said, which we disagree with him fundamentally with some of those things.
Would you facilitate a conversation between the two leaders?
We have done that. I think it is way beyond. Okay. MK Party is run by Zuma. So up until you meet with Zuma, I don't believe anyone who have met should be taken serious.
Had you met with Zuma? Have you met with Zuma at all?
We've never met with Zuma. Zuma has sent people who claimed that they have been sent by him. Okay. EFF, DA, all small political parties combined did not defeat the ANC. Jacob Zuma did, coming out of the ranks of the African National Congress. Oliver Tambo was right. The ANC will never die. It will be the ANC that will kill itself from its ranks. And Zuma has done that in 2024. That's it.
Is it